So now applications of three-set Venn. So I'm going to do 3 of these. So the starting out one is the easier of the 3 cases where the Venn diagram is already set up for me, and then we'll get to ones where we have to set them up ourselves. All right, so typically these are surveys. So we took a survey of adults and we asked them if they liked apples, bananas, or carrots. So apples, which would be represented by circle A, bananas, circle B, and carrots, circle C. All right, so these numbers inside the Venn diagram represent people. So there's this 6 on the outside here. That 6 would represent 6 people who were surveyed that are not in my 3 circles, which means they do not like apples, do not like bananas, do not like carrots. This 12 that's in circle C, that 12 would represent 12 people in the survey, 12 adults, that like carrots, but not apples and not bananas, right? Because they are only in the carrot circle. They're not in any other circle, and so that's that group. All right, so all of these numbers represent people in each of my different regions and what they like and what they don't like. All right, so based on this, so again, Venn diagrams is a way to organize a survey information into our groups and see how the groups relate. That's what we do with Venn diagrams. It's a relationship between the people and how they answered our survey question. So it summarizes it. All right, and you should be able to, so this one's more practicing reading the Venn diagram. So we're going to read the Venn diagram and see if we can't figure out how the different groups are related. All right, so first of all, we want to know, well, how many people total were surveyed. And so we want to know out of all the people in our survey. And so what you have to do is, well, you have to add up every single number represented in my region. So for this one, you have to add all the numbers. All right, and the biggest thing is do not forget any of the numbers. So the 6, the 12, the 4, the 8, the 8, the 8, there's 3 8s, 7 and 3. And so you're just going to add them all up. When you add them all up, that's the total number in my survey. All right, so you get it calculated and just carefully make sure you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers when you add them all up. And be careful, there are 3 8s when you do that. When you add them all up, it should add up to 56 adults in the survey. I'm going to read that. So the answer is 56. Of those 56 adults, how many liked apples? And so we want to know all of the people who liked apples. They might have liked bananas and carrots. They might not have. And so when we want to look at how many liked apples, well, we're looking in the apple circle. And so that's everybody in this circle, right? Everybody there. And so all of the people there, some of them like bananas, some of them like carrots, some of them only like apples. So we add up everybody in the apple circle. So this time we're adding 3, 7, and 2 8s. And so when you add up those 4 numbers and only those 4 numbers, so 3, 7, 8 plus another 8, that's 26 people, adults, who like apples. All right, 26 of the 56. All right, so out of all the 56 people, 26 of them said they liked apples. How many did not? So this is we don't like carrots. So outside of the carrot circle. All right, so remember the carrot circle is the one I've highlighted. I'm going to highlight here in green. All right, so there's my carrot circle. But I don't want anybody in that circle. I want everybody that's not in that circle. What you have to be careful of for the people that are not in the circle is you don't forget the little 6 out here. Right? And so the ones we're going to add up is this 6 that's outside. It's not in my green circle. This 3, this 7, and that 8, right? Everybody who doesn't like carrots is everybody who lands outside of that green circle. All right, and again, the biggest one students will forget sometimes is these 6. Remember, these 6 out here don't like anything. All right, so they should be a part of they do not like carrots. And then the guys up here, they like apples, bananas, but they don't like carrots. So again, 6, 3, 7, and 8. So when you add up your 6, your 3, your 7, and 8, that comes out to be 24 adults in the survey. So 24 of the 56 people from the survey do not like carrots. All right, how many only liked bananas? So only liked bananas. So I'm going to circle my last one. So I'm now in the banana circle. But I'm only in the banana circle. And so remember, only is this region. That's that 8 there. The 8 people in the survey said they only liked bananas, meaning they do not like apples and they do not like carrots. And so that's 8. All right, how many likes apples or bananas? Remember, or, when we talked about this earlier, or is all inclusive. So it's everybody who likes apples plus everybody who likes bananas. And just make sure you don't count anybody twice, right? So some of them might like bananas and apples, right? Some of them might like carrots. And so it's everybody in the red circle and everybody in the yellow circle. Couldn't think of the term. And you get to include the people where they share. All right, so it's everybody there. All right, everybody who likes apples, bananas, or they like both. And some people like carrots and some people don't, but they like apples and bananas because that's all we're interested in. We don't really care about the carrots. They may like them, they may not like them. Don't care. We just want those who like apples or bananas. Some of them just like apples. Some of them just like bananas. Some of them like both. And some of them even like carrots. All right, and so those are the numbers we're going to add up. This 3, 7, 8, 8, 8, 4. All right, so 3, 7, 8, 8, 8, 4. So everything in that blue circle that I've circled there are people who like apples or bananas. And so when you add those up, and again, you just have to make sure you're careful when you add them up, it comes out to 38 adults in the survey either like bananas or apples. All right, how many likes apples or bananas? So I'm in the same question. However, we added a part to this. Not carrots. So we stay away from carrots. We don't like them. But we like apples or bananas. And again, or means one or the other. All right, they could just like apples. They could just like bananas. Or they could like both of them. But we're not in the green circle. So we stay outside of the green circle, in the red or the yellow. And so that limits me to this group here, right? The 3 like only apples, the 7 like apples, bananas, and the 8 like only bananas, but all of those in those groups are not in my carrot circle, so none of those people like carrots. And so 3 plus 7 plus 8 are all of the people who like apple or bananas, or both, but no carrots. All right, so you add those up carefully, and that comes out to 18 people. All right, how many liked apples, bananas, or carrots? All right, we liked one of the things that we were asked. And so that would be everybody. There's actually 2 ways to do this one. All right, technically, it's everybody in the 3 circles. So you could add up all of these people, right? That would be everybody. Or you can use the fact that we want to throw out people who don't like those. And so I know there are 56 people. 6 of them don't like those 3. And so that means if I take my 56 minus 6, the 3 that are the 6 that don't like any, that means 50 should like one of them. You could check my answer, all right? If you add up everybody in that triangular shape that I drew there, the blue triangle shape, the 3, 7, 8, 8, 4, 12, it should add up to 50. There are 50 people in the 3 circles, 6 that aren't in the 3 circles, so 56 altogether. And so 50 people like one or the other, like a banana or apple or carrots. All right, the next question, how many of them like exactly one? So exactly one, it doesn't say which one, right? So I just want exactly one. So they like only apples or only bananas or only carrots. And so they're in the only spots. But I could be in any of the only spots as long as I show up in the only spot. And so these 3 people only like apples. That's one thing they like. These people only like bananas. That's the one thing they like. These people only like carrots. And so those groups of people like one of the things surveyed. All right, I don't care which one, but they liked one. And so those are the numbers we'd add up. We want exactly 1, and so we'd add the 3 plus the 8 plus the 12. And so how many people liked only 1? Well, 3, 8, and 12 adds up to 23 adults in the survey liked one of them, and only one of them. There was no overlap for them. All right. Next one, like exactly 2, and that means exactly. They only like 2 and no more. They don't like 3. So, not only, exactly 2. Any of the 2, but they only are in 2 circles at the same time. So, they're in A and B, but not C. Or, they're in A and C, but not B. Or, they're in B and C, but not A. Right? They like bananas and apples, but not carrots. They like apples and carrots, but not bananas. They like bananas and carrots, but not apples. They only like 2 of the surveyed items. And so that's this 7, right? That 7 liked apples, bananas, and not carrots. So they like 2 of them. They're in 2 of the circles. This 4 like 2 of them. They're in 2 of the circles, not 3. And this 8 like 2 of them. They're in 2 of the circles, not 3. And so those are the groups we're looking for, right? They liked 2 and only 2. The 7, the 8, and the 4. So those are the numbers we're going to add up for this one. The 7 plus the 8 plus the 4. And so when we add 7, 8, 4, that comes out to 19 adults. 19 adults liked exactly 2, no more. All right. The last question, which actually is the easy one. How many like none of those? Well, that's this group here, right? 6 people out of the survey don't like any of them. 6 adults. 6 adults do not like apples, do not like bananas, do not like carrots. So 6 people out of the survey. And so this is an example of reading it. So it's really just reading what part of the circle am I into. All right. So being able to read a Venn diagram. All right. And so we'll stop there. We'll pick up the next example in the next video lesson.